Rolling, 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 geeked up, trick I might be. We can keep that.
I don't know what that song is.
Give me your black card.
Give me a hint.
I just gave you the hint. I just gave you the whole chorus.
I don't know either.
Rolling, 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 geeked up, trick I might be. Like, what year? You? Well, you probably young. But you? No, you wouldn't have been in the club because I was in the club. You would have been at home being a mom. I don't know. I don't know. It's a song.
Was this during like the long white tea days?
Yeah, it's toward the end of it. It's right before Roy.
No, I was definitely old enough to know.
So, you know what? I know there's somebody out there feels me. Welcome back to another episode 4? Episode 4. Again, I don't know how long this is going. Something's in my eye, of course. We just gonna go until we ain't got nothing to talk about, which if I had to guesstimate, it might be now. No, I'm just kidding. We probably got like 2 more left, so just know that. People were reaching out to me. The episodes are coming out every other week, like my paycheck. So, just so you know, when it's a pay period, y'all will get a podcast. You'll see how PT. Okay, you're welcome. In terms of sponsors today, I've got some pure white. I do got a whole other bottle for sale if anybody want to buy it. This one is my personal one.
You talk about me, you can't sell alcohol. You don't have a license, my dude.
Oh. Bay is selling alcohol.
Oh, God.
If y'all want to buy it, Bay selling it.
And you can't get that in the States.
That's the point. I got an extra bottle over there. So, beat me.
Did she talk about crimes in the
Just
last one?
talking, if you have problems that I did do, she want to help me to do. It's not how that works at all.
Delete all that for HR purposes. I've been drinking.
No, I've been drinking.
Anyway, the not sponsors is Henny. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Y'all can feel free not to sponsor me. I don't really like Henny. I'm gonna be honest.
Anything is possible.
I don't like Henny at all. I only buy this one to flex that I got the one that nobody else can buy because I was out the country. Okay, I don't actually enjoy this beverage. So there's that. But if y'all want to sponsor me after I said all that, call a Hove. He got y'all. But then they got rid of Henny Palooza. Douce. I should have got Douce. Douce is disgusting too. Don't tell Hove that. Have you had it? I did buy some, remember? I got the bottle. It's nasty. All right, carry on.
Y'all, this is an example of Bae's been drinking.
Oh, another sponsor. Me and Bae. Bae and I, for those English majors out there. This is our book. Since that was the whole purpose of the podcast, I figured we didn't bring a copy or nothing this time. So here's our copy. Out of season, the book. Go get it. If you don't already have it. If you do have it, leave a review. It can be found on Goodreads, Amazon. Someone is selling our book for $21 on eBay.
The book is only $14.
So I'm not sure. That math ain't mathing, nor have they cut me a check, but I believe in capitalism. So I'm going to let them rock. But feel free.
It was illustrated by Julie Hall. You should definitely check her out.
Shout out to Julie.
You can find her on Insta at...
I think it's Julie Hall. But
it is Julie Hall. That is our dog.
This is why we can't do nice things. Oh my God. Durham!
So the issue is that I'm sure there's somebody outside that Durham is probably protecting us from a squirrel.
Or the Amazon man. A cricket.
She's tight though, whatever the issue is.
A bird.
Okay. So, y'all, I have some bad news. About a month ago, a couple of weeks ago, my service dog. Okay, you won't have to go get her.
Go ahead. Talk to the people.
Y'all, my service dog, Buddy, he was a 14-year-old Shih Tzu. He went on to be with the Lord. And I have been super sad. I personally have never lost a dog. I've never had a dog die on me. And so I'm not quite sure how to process this. And it makes me sad, and I'm not doing well. And someone told me that older dogs go off to die. Like, he had stopped eating, and he just, kind of laid around or whatever, and I would just have to take him with me from room to room, which I didn't mind doing. I was actually his support person. But yeah, so I'm sad. And then someone offered me a Labradoodle, and I was just like, I'll never love again. I can't have another dog. That ratchet dog y'all hear is Bae's dog. And I'm sad. So
her name is Durham, and she's not ratchet. She protects this household from all hurt, harm, and danger. I was looking at it. Oh, get in. Okay. Because the last one I was talking to the wrong people. And now
and it's kind of hard being fat.
I've lost a person.
As have I, but still, we're still 4 people.
We're not 4 people.
Babe,
we're like 2.5.
Babe, we're
2 and possible.
Spade style, they were definitely 4 regular people size.
Count your baby daddies now. 2 and possible. Whose line is that? You don't know. I've been drinking. Carry on. It's J. Cole. Go ahead.
Oh, it is J. Cole.
Oh, I know.
My baby daddies are not 2 and possible.
Babe, what is the topic for this week? I pay hourly. She don't be caring.
I know you're not talking with a whole... Woo, child. So, Bae and I were talking about polyamory.
Are we covering that tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Okay, we were talking about polyamory because earlier we'd been telling you guys that we were looking for a husband. He does not have to be cis het. We are looking for transgender men. We just need a husband. We need a husband, and it needs to be handy because we need him to fix things.
Like this smoke detector that my brother didn't fix.
And we need him to move things. We need him to lift things. We need him to put things together.
And paint them.
Okay? Now, let's be clear. You don't have to open the door. You don't have to get the groceries out of the car. Like, these...
That would be nice.
I don't need that. I've got you for that. You can open the door.
Thank you.
You bring the groceries inside.
Got it. And pay for the groceries. I would like for him to contribute to the groceries.
So, this is our issue. We were talking, because we've had a couple of feelers out.
One girl asked us.
Yeah, a couple of people have asked, where we stand on polyamory. And so, in real talk, in real life, like, we're going to introduce you into the friendship bubble, which is something Bae and I have. So, the friendship bubble is where we get into this bubble and we can say and express ourselves however we want to, and the other person cannot get upset because we have to treat it like we're talking to one of our friends, not to our spouse. For example, I'll go to her and it cannot leave the bubble. So if you're talking spicy in the bubble and your spouse feels some kind of way, your spouse has to stay in that bubble till they don't feel that way anymore. I'll give you an example. I can say to Bae, friendship bubble. She'll be like, all right, I'm inside the bubble. Okay, I can say, yo, my wife came down the steps and was talking to me crazy and wanted to know why the dishes weren't done and why dinner wasn't cooked when she ain't been doing nothing but scrolling through TikTok, and I'm in my feels about it. And then Bae will have to respond, well, how would you respond in the friend bubble?
I'd be like, why did she do that? Did you ask her what kind of day she had? Maybe she had a stressful day. So I talk to her as if she's my friend though, as if she's called me as a friend for advice. So I may ask, like, you should ask her what made her not want to do the things that she said she was going to do earlier.
Right. So, and it can be something as small as that, or it could be real talk. Hey, I called her friend bubble.
About poly.
Yeah. So that's the moral of the story. So we went into the friend bubble to discuss some polyamory because we have had a couple of people approach us. And so I was kind of trying to feel Bae out. Bae and I want different things out of a poly relationship.
Very different.
Very different. So, and I don't want to speak for you,
So you want me to go first?
Yes.
I'm just here to get my bills paid. I would like a person that is going to contribute to her upkeep. That is going to go half on this mortgage. That's going to cook me delicious meals. That is going to clean my home and go sleep in their bed. That's about it.
You want them to sleep in their bed?
By themselves.
Okay. All right. There were some other things that you said
like
that
what?
You would be interested in. Your glasses are dirty.
Like what?
You said, so Bae and I want, different things. I am looking for someone to date. I am looking for an emotional connection. I am looking for that aspect of it. Bae wants to smash and then she wants you to leave. She does not want you to stay. She don't want to learn your favorite color.
No, do not let my grandma get a hold of this link. You are wild.
Spot the lie.
I'm not saying that.
Okay.
Don't tell people mamas to watch this. Go ahead.
She don't want to learn your favorite color.
I don't.
She don't want to know if you've had a bad day.
Uh-uh.
She does not want to carry the emotional responsibility that comes with a partner.
No, I don't.
That's not what she's looking for.
Because I'm carrying yours.
And she also doesn't want to pay to date two women.
No. What I look like picking up Mobile?
So, and it's very difficult also to find someone that we would both find attractive.
Now that would probably be the hardest part.
So now we have two additional people in conjunction with she and I.
That's 4 people. That's too many. 4 people is way too many, man.
But there are people out there in the world that have more than 4 in their poly.
In the pandemic? Y'all nasty.
Babe, don't say that.
Okay, sorry.
Babe, that's rude.
Okay.
Y'all aren't nasty. Y'all are regular.
Regular.
There's no shaming.
Okay. I thought we was in a friend bubble. I can shame in the friend bubble.
Well, okay. No, okay. All right. So,
are y'all in the bubble or no? They're in the bubble.
You should have asked them if they were in the bubble
all right,
before
y'all
you said.
join in the friendship bubble before I insult you.
Okay. Telling them. But yeah, so I personally am not looking for a cishet man. I would be more interested in a trans man. Although I believe that trans women are women, trans men are men. If you identify as a man, you're a man. If you identify as a woman, you're a woman. I don't care nothing about that. I don't care nothing about these labels. What I care about is, so do we need multiple people? Because we need someone to fix things, but we also need someone to be emotionally available for me and someone that doesn't want any emotional support from you.
And first of all, this isn't gonna work for me off the rip, okay? Because I think the sex element is just not gonna work for me. So I've already ruled that part out, because if you lifting all the things, the odds of me wanting I like soft. That's not gonna work. Like, unless we lifting stripper poles, because she a stripper, that'll work. But
we love strippers, by the way.
Yeah, and sex workers work.
Yeah, strippers are so soft.
Very soft, and I like soft. So if they lift like a lot, like if they can lift me, they're not for me. We shouldn't be lifting me up. That's not okay. I don't want to be lifted.
So we would need multiple people.
I don't need nothing. I got what I need.
Back. So y'all, we bought some dressers for, we have a lot of moving pieces here at our house currently. And we needed new dressers. And so I had the bright idea of ordering the dressers because I was looking for a deal. I was trying to save Bae some money. I ordered them online.
This stuff that she tried to save me money on, for the record. It'd be the most obscene things where she tries to save $1, but it cost me $8 more.
Okay. So we bought these dressers online from Lowe's. They were delivered in a box. So, 2 boxes.
I'm looking right at them.
So we asked her brother to
We got these for sale too.
we asked her brother to come over, help us put this together. They put together 2 days, a dresser and a chest of drawers. By the way, it is chest of drawers, not chest of drawers. For those of you that are country,
it's definitely chest of drawers.
It's chest of drawers.
Chest of drawers.
For the record,
and a kitchen table.
When you're Googling it, Chester's drawers is not going to come up. It's chest of drawers. Neither here nor there.
Chest of drawers.
Also, when we bought this dining room table, Bae was Googling kitchen table and could not find one, and she was befuddled. She said, why aren't they selling kitchen tables anymore? I said, clown, you country bumpkin. She also said pocketbook 100 times. Like, who says pocketbook if you're not 87?
It's a pocketbook.
It's a purse.
It's a pocketbook. It's a kitchen table. It's chest of drawers. And I got all for sale.
Okay.
And liquor.
Okay, so we put these together. It took us 2 days.
Us is wild.
Her and her brother, 2 days. And they're too small to fit our items.
Y'all, I read the pamphlet the second day. It said kids. I tried to put my clothes in this chest of drawer, and I wish I could see these chest of drawers, okay? I fit 2 drawers, some wife beaters, and
that was about it.
Some basketball shorts in one drawer.
Yeah, it did not. So we've got to get rid of them.
And we bought new ones. She didn't save me money.
Right. We bought new ones. And so when we went to pick the new ones up, they were heavy. Mm-hmm. And the young lady says, don't worry about it. My husband will help you. And so I'm thinking, okay, well, her husband's going to come over and we're going to help him. And he says, no, my friend. Y'all, his friend, I swear to God, was this big.
He was so tiny.
Sir was this big. And I thought, there's no way he's going to help you. Like, bruh, get out of the way. I've got it. Y'all.
He lifted. I lift.
So quickly.
On high.
So quickly. And I was like, bruh. And part of our issue is that we've never needed a husband before because our son is like 6'3".
And our brother husband.
And we have a brother husband.
He puts together lots of things.
He's very handy.
Very handy. Shout out to Keith.
Yeah, but our son moved out. You know, he's grown. He's an adult. We don't even buy things in jars anymore because who's going to open them? We can't have it in a jar because y'all, I'm so embarrassed. And the feminist inside me be so shamed at the amount of help I need. They don't be worried about it because we're not the same type of feminist.
I'm not go ahead. Go ahead.
We're not the same kind of feminist.
Let me look up the word feminism first before I say that I'm not one. But I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I may or may not be on the fence. I'm gonna just look it up real quick. I don't think I agree with everything that a feminist is, so I'm gonna just don't worry about it. I got y'all. Go ahead and finish. Go ahead.
So the moral of this story is that recently,
because I love men.
I love men too. Let's be clear.
Oh, okay. The definition is the advocacy of women's rights on the basis of equality of the sexes. In that definition, I will agree that I'm a feminist. It also says a belief in social, economic, and political equality for women. So I'm gonna agree that I'm a feminist. But I don't want to be like the hyper feminist. I'm not the ones that be like, we don't need men. I be needing them. I like them to like change my tires. I like them to, when I'm out, I like for them to open the door for me too. Mm-hmm. I like them. Men are great.
That's fine. Men are great. No one here said men aren't great. What I'm saying is that we need one.
We need one. Yeah, we do need a man. With no benefits though.
Yeah.
Yeah, what? Yeah, you agree, or yeah, like that wasn't a good idea?
No, I mean, no. What kind of benefits?
The sex
one. No sex benefits. Well, what's going to encourage them to want to be apart?
I don't know. You're gonna have to cook him something or something. I don't know what to tell you. Is that your topic for today?
That was that was one of them that we had talked about, how poly kind of works for us in theory.
Poly works in theory. Poly does not work in practicality, but I think most things work in theory and most things don't work in practicality. I think it would be great for someone else to bear the burden of be her emotional support, and then also be my financial support. I think that's great. But the practicality, I be having issues having to communicate with that. Okay, our relationship meeting that we have on Sunday is complicated sometimes. You think I'm about to add somebody else into that mix? I've got to take on their emotions. They're sad, their dog died. Like, I don't be caring about none of that. So, in practicality, we just need to be able to use that little thing where you call a handyman. There's a thing on Nextdoor where you can, like, get a handyman and they can come fix my thing. Or if y'all know somebody who's not looking for the benefits, and they just want something to do and they're very handy, they can just call me. That's all you got?
Yeah.
Okay, next topic.
The other thing is someone addressed how different you and I are as it pertains to ideologies.
Which ideology?
We
got a lot that are not aligned.
Ideologies.
Which one are you talking about specifically?
They didn't say specifically. They just said that we appear to be on different
ends of a lot of spectrum.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to know if that's kind of what balances us.
I'm trying to think about how much I want to share on this. I'll just be honest though, because I don't know any other way to be. But when I met Bae, let me be clear. I was raised by a Democrat mother and a Republican stepfather. Okay. So if that has anything to do with the balance of where I find things, I do look at, I think, the world a little bit different in terms of that lens. As somebody who studied political science, statistically, you follow your mother. And you typically vote the way your mother votes. There's some science behind that, but I'm not going to get into that. Point here is, I was very conservative, probably relaxed, okay? Probably up until I was about 20, until I hit the real world, until the real world started hitting me. And so I was very, very conservative in high school. And I would say a little bit of college until life started going left. And then I realized that, hey, I be so worried about what other people are doing when I need to be worried about me. In addition, the Republican Party worries a lot about other people. Let me start there. Like, they worry a lot about what other people are doing at their house, where it has no impact on theirs. So anyway, it took a lot of maturing. I used to be pro a lot of stuff. Pro death penalty, pro life. And to be clear, I'm still pro life for me, but I'm pro women's choice. It's her body, let her choose. And if you need me, I'll drop you off at the clinic. So I want to make that very clear. But yeah, I started off very conservative, and I think that had a lot to do with my stepfather's influence. As a result, I view the world very much in black or white. Either something is right or something is wrong. Either something is legal or something is not. Is it illegal? So on and so forth. When Bae does not view the world that way. So I'm going to let you go ahead.
I think the beauty is in the gray.
No.
I do.
50 Shades of Grey. It's the only good gray.
I think that
the nasty gray.
I think the beauty is in the gray. And, yeah, so when we got together, as it pertains to a lot of things, that was difficult for us.
Very.
Everything is literally black or white. It's left or right. And I don't view it that way. I can't think of anything that I view that's just black or white. I'm sure I could come up with something, but in general,
it's a hard list. But there are some things. The Lord, well, maybe. According to your grandma, you don't. You're trying to go to hell. So
no, I live my life in the gray, and that is where we butt heads the most. She leans to the conservative side in a lot of aspects. Especially financially speaking.
Well, yeah, because I don't want to be poor.
I believe in socialism. I think that...
Lord, we're not putting this on the pie. Turn it off.
My wife believes in capitalism.
We don't use the S word.
Why? It's not 1957.
Go ahead. You're going to have Trump and them listening to my conversations. Jesus Christ.
I'm not a supporter of that. Yeah, I just think that we do balance each other out in some aspects. And then in other aspects, we just flat out...
Agree to disagree?
We just going to have to... You know what, sis? You're going to have to take your opinion and sit in that corner. And I'm going to take my opinion and I'm going to go to this corner because you're not going to change my mind about this, and the argument is circular. But I can't say that I have. No, I haven't gotten any more conservative since we've been together.
No, you keep getting more liberal, but I get more liberal too.
Yeah,
with each day. I feel like you've taught me that. Do you want to give an example?
Sure.
Parenting.
Ooh. Go ahead.
Shout out to our kids. If you're watching it, I know one of them is. If you're watching this, feel free to cut it off now. Now's a good time to take a break and not come back. But yeah, I think that was one of the points of contention.
Very much so.
In our relationship very early on.
Yeah.
I think
we almost called it quits. We legit almost said, you know what? This we won't do.
Which has been twice for the record. And both times we're parenting.
Mm-hmm.
Where we did not agree on philosophies. And you could probably get that in the book. A lot of people feedback in terms of what I've heard back so far has a lot to do. One of my friends said she's still waiting for the upside of the book.
There's no uptake, my dude.
And she's gotten to the last page. She said, I'm still reading it to get the positive points. I'm like, there's not any.
No.
But in terms of parenting, I think that was where we had to do the most give and take. As I stated, I came from a very structured home, and my stepfather was very regimented. And shout out to Nigeria. He was very regimented. He's also African. And as you know, they too are conservative. You need to be a doctor, a lawyer, a pediatrician, pharmacist. You got to be one of those in order to actually meet your parents' expectations. Anyway, I grew up with a lot of rules and regulations. And to me, those rules made me better. One of the things he would make me do is explain why I'm doing something. He was really into critical thought and analysis, and not just saying, oh, I don't know why I spent the extra $20, or, oh, I don't know why my budget doesn't match. He literally made sure that I understood why I did something before I did something. So I took that on when I became a parent, and she and I parented completely opposite. And I don't know if that's for the betterment or not for both of our kids now, but I think they got a dose of both in the end.
My mother was very strict. My mother is the quintessential Black woman. She is. She went from GED to a PhD. She was a young wed mother, then a young single mother. My grandmother and grandfather were very supportive, but they were also very strict. And I was not interested in that. So we went opposite. So Sade took her structured, strict upbringing and she clung to it and said, okay, so I turned out pretty good. So this is where we're going. I did the exact opposite. I was also much younger. I was a much younger mom, and so me and my kids did a lot of growing up together, and it was a whole bunch of trying stuff to see what stuck. And by the time they came along, we were in a rhythm. We were what we were. We were learning and growing and experimenting and figuring it out together. And sometimes that works out well. Sometimes it backfires you. But the reality of it is you don't know what you don't know. And that is where our daughter latched on very easily. She thrives off of structure and rules. she would make her own rules. She did not have a curfew when she was a teenager, but I didn't need to give her one because she was home at 11. If she wasn't going to be home at 11, she would definitely call or text and be like, ugh.
Because she was at work.
Yeah, because she was at work. She had 3 jobs in high school for no other reason than, idle hands is the devil's playground, whatever. She was just very regimented. And that's how she lived her life without me. The boy, on the other hand, he's very much like me, and he's going to try it a couple of times to see if he likes it, and then one more time to make sure that he doesn't. And that is where we struggled the most, was with him, because he's a big boy, and what you're not going to do is talk to him crazy. And Bae, because he had been soft-talked his entire life, because he's the baby, because his sister soft talks him, and she parented, like we were a parenting team, she and I. He is spoiled. And so, what is his face for?
Because she's more of a disciplinarian than you are.
Right.
You said she soft talks him.
Well, first off, everybody under the sun soft talks this boy more than you do.
Yes, because he's spoiled.
I don't see. And you say spoiled, I say well loved.
Just like you spoiled.
Well loved.
Spoiled. Rotten. Carry on.
So that is one of the places where sometimes I would be like, you know what? Let me tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my son and my $2 and peace out. Like, I'm not doing this with you. You talking to him crazy. You talking to me crazy. And I did not like it. Why is this your face, clown?
Because saying that I was talking to y'all crazy is wild. Because I was talking with good sense. If I say we're doing budget meetings at 7 a.m. on Saturdays, well, guess what? We doing budget meetings at 7 a.m. on Saturdays. There's nothing talking to you crazy when I say you didn't meet your budget or you overspent. That's not talking to you crazy. That's the truth.
Didn't we talk about your tone?
I said we pulled up the state employees app.
And she doesn't believe in... We used to argue a lot, and her response would always be, but is it the truth? I had to explain to her that it's not what you're saying, it's how you're saying it. Yes or no?
Bam, the message is the same.
The message
is a matter of, did you meet the budget? Yes or no? It's a yes or no. It doesn't matter how you deliver that. How do I not... you missed your budget.
I feel like you would have been received better had you said it like that.
Why? Why? The real world, Wells Fargo don't ever tell me if I overdraft. They've never said it to me delicately. They've never sent me you only owe us $35 for every time you've overdrafted. We love you. They never say that. What they say, bam, $60 and we getting it off the top the next time. Why is this your face?
Are you related to Wells Fargo?
I've been with them since I was 16. And with state employees since I was 12.
Okay. But are they your family?
I had known them.
Are they your family?
I had been with them.
Are they your family?
They put
Are they your family?
From my bank.
Are they? It's a yes or no, my dude. Family, yes or no?
I'm going to say technically no.
Okay.
But Wells Fargo be saying I'm family online. When they were scamming people, like they said, we got you, fam. That's what they put to me via email after they scammed us. I'm just telling you. Wachovia never did that to me. They are my family.
Thank you. The moral of this is that we address things very differently. And at one point in time, I didn't like the way she was talking to my son.
You also were undiagnosed, and
That's very true.
I was just giving him the real rap raw.
And I didn't like it. I didn't like how she did it. And that was one of our points of biggest contention. And that's...
Are you going to tell him how I ended up being right, though? Or do you want me to tell him?
I don't think that at this point I could stop you from telling them.
All right, well, I didn't know if you wanted to tell him. You know, so that you could tell him how I was right.
Right about what?
All right, so I'll give y'all an example. We talked about rules, right? We talked about how I would lay down some rules. I'm going to text rules. I'm going to write rules. I'm going to email rules. Rules are important, right? He fought them. Oh, rules, Sade, the rules. Too many rules. I never meet all the rules. I don't like the rules. This way. Too many rules. You're always giving him too many rules. There's too many rules. As soon as my man got roommates, what did he do? What did he do, man? What, is this microphone on? What did he... Check. What did he do?
He sent out a text message to his roommates.
With what?
That said, hey guys, I know we're on opposite schedules, so I just wanted to, put some ground rules in place, some fillers, as it pertains to, public spaces and food in the refrigerator and, cleaning up after yourself, yada, yada, yada.
He introduced rules.
Just some ground rules.
Rules. And then changed them when they didn't meet them. Had to have awkward conversations when they didn't follow the rules. No? And to that I say, you are welcome, son, and you are welcome, wife. You can thank me later. Next topic. Where we at on time?
35 minutes.
35. Next topic.
In the next podcast, Bae will be drinking water.
Why?
Okay.
Water's not my sponsor. I don't got no sponsor.
That's not true.
I did Boss.
You did Boss.
I do got my Boss water. Boss hit me. I got some Boss water. But the next podcast, I'm doing more liquor and a hat with liquor on it.
They said earlier today in the car, we've had a stressful week for a number of reasons. But she said,
don't do crack.
No, don't do crack. What did you say about being the oldest daughter?
There's a meme. Y'all, first of all, somebody said, don't just be the oldest. I want you to be the oldest daughter, the oldest granddaughter, the oldest great-granddaughter, the oldest niece, and then understand my plight, okay? I'm not just the eldest daughter. I'm the eldest on like 2 generations, 2 sides of my family, 5 living generations, okay? I'm the eldest. The only girl. People call me for no reason. This is what the meme says. Can you accept help, or are you the eldest daughter? That's all it says. And I said, no, there are no greater words ever spoken, because the eldest don't get no love. And if you're a girl, it's 100% worse. Hang it up.
And that's part of Bae's problem. Bae listens to solve and doesn't listen to listen.
I've been solving problems since people brought their children home to me. I asked for puppies. They came home with siblings. I was so confused.
But yeah, that is an issue.
I had to do homework, tutoring, make sure they ate. Now when they get in trouble, they still call me. I'm still parenting. Come on. Eldest. Shout out to all the eldest out there. I hear that there's a small percentage of us that don't have our ish together. But shout out to all the ones who are holding it down. It is a thankless job. I thank you. I support you. I'm here for you. And do not talk to the only children, because they're the worst. That's all I got.
I like to point out that my mom said she got it right, so she only had the one. I'm just saying, had you been enough, maybe there wouldn't have been any more.
Damn, I was the only child for 7 years. She got married. What you want me to do? And meanwhile, my brother finally made a song about me, for those that are tracking my TikTok. Shout out to my brother, Struggles Finest. There's an S in there. Not sober. His name is AK. You can find him on the internet. He needs to make me an intro song. I don't know what the children do. But
I feel good that that's not it. The Cabbage Patch is not what they're doing.
Is that the what? They do that. Shout out to him. And he finally made a song with me featured on it. So now he can have my endorsement. Is there anything else?
No, my love.
You don't got nothing else for the people?
I don't think so, people.
Are you gonna tell them that I was right?
About what?
About everything.
That's a wide berth that I'm not quite ready to commit to. Being right about everything is a lot.
So I said yes.
For the record, our anniversary is this month, September.
Shout out to Pack Up and Go. Go ahead. It's my year though.
Yeah.
Every year's my year though because she ain't got no job. Go ahead.
Pack Up and Go. Big shout out to them.
If y'all want to sponsor me, also come find me. Thanks.
We are super excited. We leave on the 22nd.
Mm-hmm. We'll be back by the time this airs.
Yeah, we leave on the 22nd. We don't know where we're going. Bae has paid all this money for someone to send her into the unknown. And my dumb behind is still out there sitting in the car with no air, with no key on, just following her around.
So listen, here's the premise. You do pay a lot of money. So don't even go check out their website unless you got your coins together. Okay, so I'm going to start there. Part 2. You go and Pack Up and Go. They ask you a series of questions. You got to do a little survey, right? And on the survey, they basically ask you what you're looking for. So, like, if you're looking for clubs, diners, drive-ins, and dives, all that stuff, they take a survey. And then a week before, they're going to email us. So next week, we'll get our email. And it'll tell us what the weather's going to be wherever we're going. And then the day before, they're going to overnight me a package. I'll document this on TikTok. And then when we open the package, it's going to tell us what time to go to RDU so we can fly out. And when we get to the airport, it'll tell us what flight to get on.
She is super stoked about this. I am excited, but I'm also a little anxious. My anxiety be a little high.
They plan the whole thing. They're going to plan dinner, our pickup, drop off to the airport, from the airport, things for us to do in whatever city. And I gave them a list of cities. Listen, I'm going to tell y'all right now. I'm predicting Chicago, Nashville, or Denver. It better be one of those 3. They not about to Miami me to death. I told them don't send me to Miami, okay?
Or Atlanta.
Don't send me to Atlanta and don't send me to Miami. Thank you. But go ahead. What are your guesses?
I have no idea. So my guess would either be like Austin.
Don't send me to Texas.
Or Chicago.
Okay. We overlap in Chi-Town.
Yeah.
I would love Boston. I didn't think about that. Those are a good one. You should pick another city though, so we can see who wins.
Okay, so I'll pick a different city.
Don't send me to Philadelphia.
Like
Philly cheesesteaks ain't even delicious. Don't tell them I said that.
Are they both? So
Now I'm at this camera.
So is it because it's in Texas? So like if I say, what about Austin or Dallas?
It's still Texas.
Okay, so you don't want me to do Texas?
No.
Okay, so
Salt Lake City. You don't want to go to Utah? They said it's litty.
Why would I don't want to.
That's Bill Clinton hometown.
I don't want to go to Salt Lake City.
Y'all know Bill kept it real. I'm trying to go to Bill hometown.
I can't think of any other place.
Wyoming.
I'm not going, y'all.
Now I gave him a list of places not to
y'all. If they send me to Wyoming, somebody better, bruh.
I gave them a list of places.
I do not want to spend my anniversary in Wyoming or Utah or the Dakotas.
Oh, that'd be lit.
I do not.
Y'all, they tell me a list of places that I can tell them where I don't want to go. I told them, do not send me to the racist South. Don't send me to Mississippi. Don't send me to Alabama. By the time we're recording this, Hurricane Ida has happened. Do not send me to New Orleans, even though I love New Orleans. I also said no Miami. And I hit a lot of states. I've been to 38 of the 50 states. So I gave them a list of the remaining states that I needed to go to.
And that's why I can't. Vermont.
Or what's the joint where I wanted to get married?
Martha's Vineyard.
But it's probably gonna be cold there.
So those are my guesses. I'm not gonna. I don't know where in Vermont, but I'm going to say Vermont.
What? You think they sending us to Vermont?
Didn't she just ask me to give you 3?
Okay, give me the 3 cities. Give me the 3 places.
Vermont, Mass, or Texas.
I'm sticking with my 3. Nashville, Chicago, or dang it,
Denver.
I would love to go to those 3. Hopefully they're not sending us somewhere wild. Again, by the time this airs, y'all would have known where we've been already. But it's our last trip of the year. No, not really. I'm trying to squeeze in one more. But it's our anniversary trip. We don't know where we're going. I'm excited. Happy 5-year anniversary. Thanks for riding this thing till the wheels fall off. That's all I got.
All right. We'll see you guys when we get back.
Yeah. Cinco next. Hey.
Is that I can do that one.
Hey. Rolling. You don't know the song, so you don't get to do it.
I don't know. But I'll just follow you, and that way I'll follow your beat.
No, we should done wobble.
All right, I'm good.